Hello, it's me, Jessica Viba, and it's that time of the week again. It's Koreaboo time, and I didn't really make it clear in my last video, so I'm sorry about that. But I said in the pinned comment and on my Instagram that I wanted to look back at old submissions from the past 3 videos, because there was literally about 500 when I counted all of them together, and I feel like I just missed some gems. So I really wanted to go back and just look back on some old ones before I open some new submissions. But for the next part of this series, I will be opening it to some more submissions. So if you guys want to resubmit any stories that I missed, then feel free. If you're a new viewer and you want to submit, then submit. All of the submissions are on Google Documents because I don't know any other way to record them, if that makes sense, and it's all anonymous, so you don't have to worry about that. Like I said, don't include anybody's personal info, like usernames or specific addresses, because I don't want any witch hunts, because we're not about that. Sorry this intro was a bit long, but let's just get into it. So this is a weird story. So I moved 2 years ago because of my father's work, and at that time I really loved K-pop, but the town we moved to was really small. I knew about K-pop's reputation and the standard crazy fans everyone brings up, so I just tried not to mention that I listened to this genre of music. When I found out that there was a K-pop group chat for the area I lived in, I really thought it was great because I could meet new people and maybe make new friends, but boy, was I wrong. At first, everything was fine, but I always saw people dragging girl groups. Oh, my pet peeve, my pet peeve, my pet peeve. And disrespectful talking about female K-pop idols in general, like slut-shaming and bullying their favourite target, Jennie. Oh, colour me surprised, it's always Jennie. I can't stand it. Jennie is along with Taeyeon, my favourite idol. Girl, you got taste. I see your taste. I stayed silent because most of them were younger than me and I didn't really want to have conflict with them. But then I saw how some of the members in the group chat wouldn't go to school because there was a comeback or because an album would be delivered soon. Then a girl started dating an Asian because he was Asian. Oh god. Colour me surprised again. He didn't really know about K-pop, but she bought him makeup and tried to make him look like an idol. I was scared of these people, so I left. Oh my god, girl, I would do the exact same thing. It's a good thing you left because... girl, I don't even know how you stayed in there for that long. If I just saw, people slut-shaming Jennie, the way I'd be I'd pop off and then I'd go. Oh my god. You guys always say in the comments, oh, I don't know how you're so strong to read these stories, Jessica. At least I'm not going through them like these people. There are so many things about this story I could talk about. Honestly, I'm not surprised that they were dragging Jennie because some K-pop stans think it's a personality trait to drag Jennie, which is just so ridiculous. But the thing for me is that, and I say this every time there's a video, it's when people date Asians just because they're Asian, and oh, I just can't help but feel so horrible for this Asian person, because imagine thinking you found a girl who likes you for you, but no, they like you because of their fetishization for Asians. Oh, I say this every single time, so you guys are sick of me saying it, but it grinds my gears. And the way they would miss school, that's your education, ma. These K-pop idols, you're never going to meet them. There's literally zero chance of you meeting them. And then you're skipping something really important to, watch a music video. I don't know, if this is just me, but, when I was at school, I know I'm a hag, when I was at school and, a K-pop, comeback was, coming out, I'd get so excited to, watch it, after school, because it would just, build up this tension. It would just be so much more fun when you had to wait for it. I don't know if that's just me, but, girl, I don't know. I just imagine skipping school because of a comeback. I can't relate. Okay, this is a bit of a trip. I moved to Australia after living in Korea for my entire life. I only know basic English at the time, so it was really hard to get by. In my school, there was a huge Koreaboo population, massive. And when people found out I was Korean, I would have year 7s, or freshmen to Americans, run up to me and say things like, "Uni, saranghae," or "Have you met BTS?" Oh my god. It was extremely annoying because I'm not really a huge K-pop fan. It's okay to listen to, but not my whole thing. I made a few really cool friends who were into K-pop but didn't treat me like some trendy object. Good! But the sheer amount of badly pronounced Korean I heard from my time in Australia was painful. There was this one girl who was the worst though. At first she was really nice until I found out that she had been following me home and sending threatening letters to my family and friends because I was hers. Eventually, one of my friends found out who it was and she got expelled, but that experience still shakes me to this day. Oh my god. Oh my god. Imagine, like, trying to own a Korean because they're Korean. Like, girl, speechless. I'm speechless, but thank god she got expelled. I always like do this, but just imagine like following someone home because of their like ethnicity. Imagine doing this with like a different like ethnicity. Let's say like it was a Latino. Let's say you followed someone home who was Latino because you like Despacito. Just imagine it. Like, it's so crazy to think about when you put it into like your head and imagine it. Just imagine it, okay? I always say this, but just imagine it. So I have a friend of mine who we'll call S, and he's fully Korean and I'm purely Filipino. Hashtag Pinoy fam. Yes, fellow Filipinos. And we've been listening to K-pop together for a long ass time. We're in grade 9 now. But there was this white girl from our school who we'll call K that was a Koreaboo. A little backstory of her is that 2 years ago, before she liked K-pop, she used to call my friend S the rice man. I'm already mad. And she used to say to him, "Go back to China and choke on your fricking rice." She would be unreasonably racist against Asians. But ever since the K-pop bandwagon trend thingy got more popular, we would see Kay posting a lot of things on Instagram in her story that were quite extreme. When she would do a video on her story, she would always start with "Annyeong, annyeong, my unnies and oppas" in those Aegyo type voices. Ew. She would post videos of her on Duolingo, poorly attempting to learn Hangul, and sometimes she would also post those things where she would try kimchi and ramyun. And caption the pic with, "Wow, I'm so Asian, can Jimin date me yet?" And oh my god, it was so weird. You don't even know. Girl, I'm just imagining it. The girl even posted the story of her licking her BTS Jimin poster. Jimin, I'm so sorry. But it got even more extreme to the point where Kay would DM my friend S trying to pay him to date her because he's Korean. Keep in mind that he's homosexual and Kay already knows. This girl even tried to break me and S's friendship by telling rumours about me, saying how I'm homophobic or how I would bully him secretly so she could have S all to herself because he's Korean. This girl also tried to audition for Big Hit during global auditions because she thought she could dance, but let's not talk about that. Later on, she stopped this whole abomination after graduation, and abomination after graduation, poet, and you didn't even know it. She moved to another she moved to another country, so that's great. Me and S are boyfriend and boyfriend now. Whoop! Oh my god. Everybody say congratulations. By the way, I love your content. I'm kind of just going, thank you, salamat. But I just love how there's a happy ending with this one, so yeah. My ex-BFF, let's call her Hage, is Filipino, like me. Unlike me, but I'm only half, so. But she wants to be reborn as a Korean. She first introduced me to K-pop in 2015. I went to her house and saw that she had a poster of some random guy on her wall. So I asked her who was that, and she said, "I go see," who was her. "You don't know who he is? That's Jin from BTS and he's my future husband." And whenever I went to her house, she would always talk about how she would love to go to Korea and kiss BTS and get adopted by Red Velvet. She also mentioned that she would like to get surgery in order to look more Korean. She got fake bangs. I like how she buys fake bangs. I like how she isn't committed enough to just cut her hair, so she buys fake bangs. I don't know why, that's funny to me. So she bought fake bangs to look more Korean, and when I started to get into K-pop, she would ask who my bias in BTS or Red Velvet, her ultimate groups, and she would say J-Hope, Jimin, Irene, Joy, and Seulgi. Then she would get mad at me because my bias wasn't Seokjin. That's kind of surprising. Like, that's the first time I've seen like a Koreaboo who's like got mad because you don't share a bias. Like, usually it's the opposite. So that's interesting, you know? Shaking it up. This Koreaboo's changing the Koreaboo game. In school, when we were supposed to be doing work, she was searching for BTS's phone numbers. Oh my days, oh my days. I'm scared, and I think she was a sasaeng. She would also want to buy anything that her favourite K-pop idol would wear. She barely knows how to read Hangul, and yet she says she's fluent in Korean. She also searched for Red Velvet's phone numbers and tried to call them, and then she hung up. She also asked her mum to buy a BTS album for her, even though her mum wasn't financially stable at the moment. Her mum obviously said no, but Hate said that if she didn't, she would cut off her mum's hair and go fly to Korea and cut off Seokjin's hair. Oh my god. Imagine. I just can't even imagine. I thought that was creepy. Girl, yeah. A week passed and she asked why I wasn't talking to her. I said because she was disrespecting her mum and because she was acting like a Koreaboo. She said, "Aigu, see, I'm not a Koreaboo. Now fly to Korea with me so that I could cut off Seokjin, Namjoon and Wendy's hair." I was scared and ran away. She also got angry at me because my Blackpink bias isn't Jennie. What? This Koreaboo's really like shaking it up. She also got mad when someone on Snapchat told her that she doesn't look like Joy / Irene from Red Velvet. I think she needs serious help. Yeah, I agree, girl. I agree. And oh my god, I just feel so bad for the mum. Like, imagine getting threatened by your own child. Like, you birthed that, you carried that for 9 months, and it just grows up like that. Like, I just feel so bad. I just like the thing that gets me as well is that obviously they said in the story that the mum wasn't financially stable to get like an album. So imagine just getting like threatened by your child because of like an album. Like, I don't know, it really just like gets to me because like I've been poor as well, and there's been like times where I've wanted to like buy like my little cousin's gifts or whatever, but I couldn't, and it's like I don't know, it's just like sad when you can't get people you love like stuff that they want, but then when they like threaten you because of it, like I just can't, like, you know, I just can't. I joined this group chat for K-pop fans from my country. I was really happy because it's hard to find K-pop fans here. We talked about some things, and after some weeks we all went to a shopping centre in my city. We went to McDonald's and we started talking, and it was so weird. They all started talking about their cousins in K-pop or brothers. They are all white, by the way. So I asked who, and they started saying things like, Jimin is my stepbrother, but we did the deed, or Lisa is my cousin. I was so confused, so I said, "Stop joking, it's not funny," and they were mad at me. This one girl started screaming about her being Korean and stuff like that. After that, I called my mum to pick me up and I never went to a K-pop meeting again. Some people from McDonald's also asked us to leave too. Girl, these white people are really living out these incest fantasies. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. I used to have this friend who was a huge Koreaboo. We'll call her V. She only dated Koreans, she glued her eyelids and obsessed over looking like Lisa. One of her exes was this really cute boyo who you could tell really cared about her and loved her. So I was out with her once and he joined us. Literally all V would talk about was how much Korean she had taught herself since they last saw each other, and how this other girl had been jealous because V had a Korean girlfriend. Wait, is that like an ex or what? And like he was asking her about her day and stuff and she just didn't answer. She also keeps saying that she was convinced her dad isn't her actual father because she looks too Asian. So yeah. When I read these stories, I wonder how many just innocent, nice Asian guys have fallen victim to like Koreaboos who use them because they're Asian. Like, I really do wonder, and I really do just feel sad thinking about it. I really do. I really do. But that's all from me, guys. So if you guys don't know, I want to make this into a weekly thing. Like I said, all of the submissions are anonymous, so if you want to submit, go in the pinned comment and type out "to your heart's content." Thank you guys for supporting this series and liking it. It's really helpful that I have something to fall back on. Please subscribe if you're a new viewer and you want to see more of these series because it motivates me to make more videos. And I'll see you guys later, okay? Remember to stand Taeyeon and watch Full Metal Alchemist. Bye!